Good afternoon, beautiful people of planet Earth. It's the 26th of June 2024, 4:40 p.m. Welcome to Titania's realm. Whee! Had to do that, had to do it. And don't forget also to our sacred space. So yes, we're on the cusp of the sun's about to set soon, and it's a Wednesday evening or late afternoon, and I'm astonishingly tired, but I had a lovely day yesterday with my friend Lynn, and and on we go, onwards and upwards, every day and every way. Now, Charlie, just settle, Petal. Just sit on my shoulder and stop being mischievous. But I don't want to be mischievous, Mama T. I was on my own all day yesterday, and I didn't see all that much of you today because you slept in because you were astonishingly tired. So now it's birdie num num, anarchy and chaos, because I have to make the most of your company while I can. And in a very short time, it's going to be night time, and then I'll have to go to sleep because I'm a bird and we all go to sleep when the sun goes down, Mama. So now I'm getting as much attention and affection and precious time with you that I can. Okay, Charlie, that makes sense. That makes perfect logical sense. Yes, it does. You're a lovely bird. Did anyone tell you that you're a lovely bird? Oh, you're a lovely bird. She's feisty today, trying to bite my fingers. We've been in the garden. We had a little sit in the garden and I had a cup of tea, but yeah, anyway, here we go again. Here we go again. We're gonna make the video, Charlie. I need my finger for the mouse, Charlie. She goes, just do it left-handed, Mama T. I suppose I could. Maybe I could. Let's just work around Charlie. Can I do it left-handed? I can do anything. I am the Tanya. Ha ha ha. No, not really. There's a lot of things I can't do. Right, here we go. That didn't work, Charlie, the left-hand mouse key thing. All right, so we're going to continue on with today's readings of even date, and it's the 26th of June, 2024, Memories. And they're entitled, today's title is Small Triumphs Amidst the Chaos Reap Satisfaction and Sanguine Humour. It's not a tumour. So here we go, babies. Are you ready? Are you ready to rock the Casbah? Let's go, babies. Here's a photo of, who's that, Charlie? Oh, who are those two beautiful doggies? Bye-bye, that's right. And who's the other doggy? Who's this? This is, you remember him, he was one of our children. Harvey, look, it's Harvey, Charlie. Harvey and Bobo. Did you hear her say Bobo? She said it quite distinctly, didn't she? Yes, she's been saying Bobo a lot lately. My beautiful boy must be around us in spirit. Yes, he must be around us. So that photo of Beauregard and Harvey was taken in 2017. Look how sweet they are. Oh, my little babies. Such sweet little babies. Such sweet little babies, Charlie. Still on my mother's old couch before I got rid of it in 2019. Was that an uplift of energy, getting rid of that Horcrux? Oh dear goddess. Never mind. I had to have a couch to sit on, so there was that. 26th of June 2024. That's today. I saw my psychiatrist for my debrief. He had my results back from my sleep study and lung function test. My lungs are actually quite healthy, even though I look a bit of a mess and I'm exhausted. 95% oxygen saturation, which is quite good, really. But there is an anomaly, which some mechanism which he does not quite understand, whereby my sleep is impaired to the point I stop breathing and snore a lot. I have agreed to trial a CPAP device as soon as possible, as it can be organised in the next few weeks. And also, I will strive to add a bit more exercise. That was actually my suggestion to him a week ago, in the midst of my breakdown. I realised I need to build these lungs up and maybe get on a rowing machine. And as I said to Lynn, I've been calling myself a Viking for several years now, but Vikings row the long boats, and they are powerful and strong in their upper body, and they probably don't have sleep apnea. So the gods have been trying to tell me for some time that I need to swim more, that I need to exercise more, and I've been fighting it because I'm too tired. I'm just exhausted. One night of dancing just depletes me completely. I mean, today's Wednesday, and I'm still in recovery from, I danced on Saturday this weekend. So, oh man, walking his dog. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I'm utterly exhausted. But I don't regret it because I need the exercise and I enjoy the dancing. But yes, anyway, here's what we've agreed upon, my doctor and I, my psychiatrist and I. I will also strive to add a bit more exercise, i.e. swimming, which I do enjoy swimming and it's very good for you people, or Pilates or rowing. He thinks Pilates would be beneficial to strengthen my pelvic floor and pelvic area, thereby helping, assist my bladder, right? Which I kind of stared at him. And then he kind of joked, oh, you could have more sex, but I'm not in a partnership with a sexual relationship with anyone. But he said, in the absence of having a healthy sex life, which would strengthen all that area, organically, you need to strengthen that area via Pilates. I kind of stared at him because that's that big ball thing that you roll around on, isn't it? Don't like that idea. Don't like it. Probably won't do it, to be honest. But swimming I will do, and if my pelvic floor is meant to be strengthened organically, babies, I will invite a truly loving, loyal, faithful, mutually exclusive, a passionate, virile lover into my life, and there will be a fair bit of pelvic floor strengthening. That sounds dirty, I know, but you know what I mean. I don't want it to be dirty. It will be a beautiful, loving, romantic, passionate, loyal, faithful, ennobling, trustworthy, beautiful love relationship. Or I'd rather roll around on a gigantic rubber ball going ooh and ah and pound my nether regions that way than be with a man who's false and feckless ever again. I won't be participating in any more false and feckless men. I've stayed celibate for 10 years so that I will never be subjected to that kind of abuse ever again. But yes, dancing, if the CPAP works, and I get it in the next few weeks and it actually improves my sleep and I have more motivation and energy, I can always go dancing 2 or even maybe 3 nights, like back in the day in 2014. Mind you, I still had sleep apnea untreated back in those days, but yeah, I seemed to manage. In those days, I was only 49 then. I was dancing up to 4 nights a week, and I did trim down, and I was getting quite strong. But then life got cruel in other ways, because I invited an arsehole into my life, and it sent me into a downward spiral. So now Mama T is spiraling back upwards on her constant hurdy-gurdy taut spring of life that the gods just tweak every now and then. Now I'm spiraling back upwards. I have, for the first time in my life, people, at 59 years of age, real hope for my future. You know, if I could invite a truly loving man into my life that makes me want to stay alive and want to participate fully and engage with life fully again. And I'm not talking about sex so much, but in general, like just choosing life, because I feel happy and I feel safe and I feel valued and appreciated and cherished, and you know, with a man who I can trust with my mind, body, heart, soul, emotions, spirit. You know, I can't help but improve in leaps and bounds just with that alone, right? And then, as I discussed with my psychiatrist, if I get my body physically stronger and healthier, then life will be worth living and wonderful again, and I'll wreak so much enjoyment, and I can put my innate spiritual powers to even more beneficial use for myself and my friends and my family and my tribe, my community. Because when you're healthy and vigorous and happy, your power is just resounding, emanating thing, right? It's just like almost like a contagion that strengthens and encourages all of those around you who are desperately needing that extra bit of strength and motivation and encouragement. Am I right? Like my beautiful doctor and friends have done for me for many years. Held me up literally by the hair at times to keep me tethered to this life, because they wanted me to have my beautiful life at long last. And by the way, babies, my beautiful life is already here. I can see it, all the potentials and all vectors. It's almost like all the lights have turned green and it's all systems go, 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 Tanya. But it'll be up to me to continuously fight the good fight with my own body and spirit to get us into congruency and perfect equilibrium, all meridians, including my sleep apnea, whatever mechanism has been causing that. Since it's not my lungs, it's a bit of a weird thing. And in agreement that we will thrive, we will flourish, we will be healthy, we will be vigorous, we will live abundantly and prosperously, because with more health and vigor and, you know, body strength, I'll be able to work at my projects and potentially sell them and maybe even, dare I say it, prosper in all my undertakings. Not at the undertakers, but you know what I mean. Prosper and thrive and experience abundance and peace and joy and truest, deepest, greatest, most loyal, most ardent, most faithful, soul nourishing, body comforting, mentally stimulating, emotionally, you know, equalizing and calming and soothing and also nurturing loves. Is it possible? Yes. I've seen the possibility of it even in recent months, actually. Even though that man's not attainable, he's been a way shower for me to show me that there is love out in the world for me, and the right man on my wavelength matches my power, my mana, my mojo, and understands that I'm in a transition period at the moment. I'm transitioning from being in a constant state of chronically fucking dying for 59 years to now moving into I'm older now, but I'm going to fight even harder and more vigorously and more determinedly for life, l'chaim. And he's willing to be part of that transitory period where I move from this one consciousness to another and move into this fight for better health and sustainability in my own body, mind and spirit. And he wants to share that journey with me and be part of it. Then it's going to all happen by the will of the gods, with free will between me and my beloved one, whoever that person might turn out to be. I'm not hoping for something that I don't think is fair and right to impact on someone else's life, but right man who chooses me and only me by his own body, mind, spirit and soul will build a life with me. And I will have something to offer when I'm a little bit stronger in the next few months. For the first time in my life, I'll be able to say, oh, by the way, I have energy. Let's go dancing, or let's go on a long walk, or let's kick a ball somewhere, or go on a long hike, instead of like, I can't, I need to lie down. I can't, I need to sit this out. I can't, I'm too weak. What a fucking drag that is, man. So I'm excited. I'm going to get better is what I'm saying. And whether a partner comes into my life to share my life with me or not, it doesn't actually matter, because I'm going to do this anyway for my own sake, for my own survival and thrival. And if a partner wants to share that with me, I mean, I mentioned it to my psychiatrist. She says, but what if you get hurt, Tanya? I said, what if I don't? What if I have a beautiful life at long last in all aspects of my life? We just sort of looked at each other. Oh, he's a beautiful man, that he's so protective and loving of me and fears for me even falling in love, because he's seen the fucking train wreck I was left with from former lovers in the past. And he knows it's taken me 10 years just to heal from that alone. And I said, look, doctor, I'm like the wreck of the Hesperus. I'm forging ahead in unknown waters with perfect faith and trust that I will forge ahead, and this time I will be safe to do so, because I'm surrounded by good people and real authentic loves and people that want me to be healthy and successful and joyful and protected and vigorous. And the man for me will be part of that, because the love will be real. And my doctor just kind of looked at me. He probably thinks I'm delusional. I probably am. But, you know, at this stage of my life, I've got nothing left to lose. And except to move upwards and onwards and keep healing and improving on my life. And I've had also yesterday, I discovered an opportunity in a little mystical shop to put my jewellery on display in the hope that some pieces might sell. And I certainly have got nothing to lose by doing that, because they're lying around here doing nothing anyway. So I told my doctor about that too. I said, I'm going to give that a go. And he was quite excited. He said, well, you know, the rent for that little space is quite reasonably priced. And he said, you've got nothing to lose. So I tell you what, if my jewellery actually starts selling, that will inspire and motivate me too to make more beautiful things and improve on my skills with the silversmithing, and also give me confidence and motivate me to also heal my body, mind and spirit, because there's nothing more motivating than success, babies. Nothing more motivating than success. So all the systems are showing me, the gods, the angels, the ancestors that love me, the Fae, all showing me these are your potentials. Grab at it, Tanya. Just grab at it. Don't be like, oh, but I'm not well, and oh, but I'm worried about other people's life situations. Because if someone loves you, they choose you anyway. That's just the way it is with life. And I'm not going to worry about any of that. I'm going to keep forging ahead, as I said, like the wreck of the Hesperus, through and just fight my way through the storm, the storm in which I was actively put in a position to literally choose between life and death yet again, but not so much via a complete life, near-death experience like I had in 2019, but just scaring me and tweaking me enough to make me realise I don't have time. I'm nearly 60. I don't have time to waste on sitting around despairing all the time and fearing life itself and fearing love and mistrusting in everyone and being paranoid and being afraid of being hurt. As my friend said to me, Lynn, today, she said, if you pursue a love affair and you get hurt, Tanya, that's life too, But what if you don't get hurt and you have a beautiful life with someone who loves you? True, but it's early days yet. It's too early to know. And I have to be conscious that I have to focus now. As Brian said to me, it'll probably take me a year and a half, to get rid of the extra weight, and we'll allow for the long-term goal. That way I'm not under extreme psychological pressure, which will make me rebel and eat even more and do the opposite, because that's how my brain's been wired up from years of trauma. And I'll just be gentle with myself, and I'll just move through life graciously. And the ones who love me and support me, who are my true friends, will cheer me along as I start this new chapter in my life of actually working towards better health and success and truest, deepest love that's safe and nurturing. And for me, for the first time in my life, actually someone who chooses me. And when I can tick all those boxes, even if I don't achieve the love, I know I can sustain myself on this planet alone for however long the gods allow me to stay alive, because I've got this far. But I just, I'm going to make that part of the goal, though, that someone will choose me and I will choose them, by the way. It has to be a completely mutually exclusive choosing, otherwise there's nothing worse, no greater torment and torture than unrequited love, because I'm the poster queen of that, babies. Absolutely. So anyway, I continue reading. My doctor, my psychiatrist, commented that I'm already active enough with the dancing once a week, which utterly depletes me afterwards, which is true because of my severe sleep apnea, people. But as CPAP may improve my sleep and I have more energy, I would be able to add in more exercise or dance more often, thereby keeping myself fit and strong. And the Brooklyn Standard has already in recent months asked me if I'm going to come Saturday night as well as the Friday, and I just used to say, oh, no. I said, you'll kill me. And they thought I was joking. No, they literally would have killed me. But with the CPAP machine, if I'm getting enough air in and I'm sleeping properly and I'm breathing in my sleep, I'll have the energy to dance 2 nights a week. And then as I get stronger, I may even dance 3 nights a week. Not necessarily all in the same club, but, I'll be able to do more. And I'll be able to make more jewellery. If that starts selling, I'll make more. And if it doesn't, I'll just make it for, my own purposes or for gifts. But I'm excited. There's a real potential for me for the first time in my life, and I'm excited. So I dance more often, thereby keeping myself fit and strong. Yes. The goal is to trial the CPAP device, then if it works for my apnea, to maintain its use until I shed the 20 kilos, and then it may no longer be needed, as without the extra weight, the sleep apnea problem will resolve by itself. Yes, it will, babies. Or so I hope. Exciting. The prospect of a fully embodied, fully healthy, strong, vigorous Tanya is a tad daunting, but as usual, I perform miracles for myself at the 11th hour. With the great fortitude and help of my doctors and my other earth angels as well, and by that I mean my dear friends who are encouraging me and, you know, nudging me along gently with the dancing and the clubs and, you know, just helping me recalibrate and heal myself and motivating me and even occasionally flirting with me a bit just to stir me up. Give me something to fucking hold on to this life for, right? I haven't had that before. Something to cleave to this life for. There's been too much horror, but the happiness I have experienced in the last 10 months has indeed been inspirational and motivating, and, you know, may I merit to have many more years of happiness and actually, you know, have a partner as well who is good and kind to me and treats me with honour and integrity and loyalty and faithfulness, by the way. That's what I'm manifesting and what I'm asking for from the gods, and I'm holding on for that, by the way. Because the alternative of someone that doesn't meet those criteria, that isn't kind and isn't loyal and isn't loving, is just too damaging for me. I can't go there. I'm better off on my own. But as I said, I have true friends and earth angels and a beautiful man who lights up when he sees me, and it's just gorgeous, and I'm very happy and grateful even for that much attention and sweetness and devotion. So to my beloved ones, my friends and remnant family, and my wonderful doctor. We were negotiating it with each other quite hard today because he knows I'm reluctant about the expense of the machine and the risk that it may not work and potential waste of money. So he said, well, you know, will you trial it? And if it works, then we'll buy it later. And I went, yes, I think that's fair and reasonable. And then I said, oh, the way I'm negotiating with you, I sound like a wife, don't I? And he just looked at me and we both burst out laughing. But he's a wonderful man, and he's had my back for 14 years of therapy, or it'll be 14 years actually in October. And he's one of the few men on this planet that has demonstrated that he is trustworthy and honourable and loyal to me. And I said to him, I've never had that before in a doctor. I've had a lot of doctors badly let me down, by the way, over the decades. And I said, I haven't even had that in like many of my relationships. So I said, I really value that, doctor. And he was like, I know, he said, I understand your traumas, and I understand that I need to be, you know, we need to maintain that trust. So to you, you're wonderful, you're a wonderful human being who's fought for me long and hard, by the way. And I often dragged the chain too because of my trauma issues and fears and all the other probably spiritual crap that was going on in the background. Anyway, we continue on. I just need to press quick edit here. It won't block us off, will it? Won't work. Okay, Well, then we'll carry on. I'll edit it in my phone. I'm sure I did edit it, but it hasn't showed up as changed on this. Anyway, where are we? Oh, yes. We carry on with our readings. Mama T's so excited. Mama T's so excited. Yes, she is. Are you excited? Oh, yes, you are. Say hello to people, Charlie. Say hello, people of Earth. My mummy's excited. 26th of June 2023, 9:39 a.m. Awake after a very, very bad night. I had to get up to pee 12 times during the night. Utterly fragile making and exhausting. So my urologist and my psychiatrist are of the opinion that when and if the CPAP works, I'm going to have to just manifest that it works, people. It will cure the bladder problems, the bladder signalling, and I won't have to get up through the night. Did she just do a massive shit? Yes, she did. I'll be right back. Need a cough. Poopykins, Charlie. Oh, those little poopykins. Oh my goodness. Did I even get it? I'm all wet now. I don't think I even got it. Ugh. Yuck. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, so this was what started this whole thing off, because I was going around and around in circles and the bladder medications weren't working, and then finally in frustration my urologist said, I think nothing's going to work until you resolve your breathing problems at night time and you need CPAP. So here we are. We've reached this point now. Now we can move forwards. No, looking neither left or right, but move forwards and just, yeah, get this shit under control, because I tell you what, getting up all night to pee is killing me too. I'm exhausted from it all. And as I've said in previous videos, I can't invite a man into my life as a lover or partner when I'm having to get up all night. No one can live like that, lying next to a woman who's snoring and stops breathing, and then when she's not like suffocating herself in her own sleep, then has to pee all night. There's nothing sexy about that. You know, like, for the love of God. You'd have to be a fetishist to want to be with a woman who's that fucking ill, by the way. Although there is a fetish for everything, but I don't want a man who's a fetishist. I want a healthy, virile, authentic, genuine man who's genuinely in love with me and has my back and my front and actually enjoys my company and gets to enjoy sleeping beside me, because I'm not, suffocating through the night. Wouldn't that be nice? Oh, Charlie. So yeah, here we go. Where was I? Utterly fragile, making and exhausting the 12 times I pee through the night. That was not too bad, actually. There's nights when I've been up 20 times. But the last few nights, I've only had to get up 3 or 4, so that's not too bad. Not as bad, but it's still debilitating. I worked hard yesterday, mostly sitting down on a silver rabbit ring, and finished it at 8 p.m, but felt weak and dizzy from the effort. I went to bed at 9 p.m, fell asleep around 10 p.m. Then the copious nocturnal flowing happened all night long. It feels like I am dying, which I am, as usual, also fighting against. I had a dream this morning about an alien invasion. That'd be right. I was walking to St. Lucia University and struggling to find my way around. There was a giant black cuboid mothership low in the sky above our heads. Everyone, ow, was staring in shock and panic. Charlie? Now we are fucked, I thought, but I put a prayer out. Please don't harm us, worthless, self-immolating, destructive humans. There are good people amongst us, people worth protecting, people who will live amongst you in peace and will adjust to your presence here on earth, and we can live in harmony if you decide to not crush us completely. Me cutting deals with alien invaders in my fucking sleep, people. This is how my brain decompensates. I had such a sense of warmth and comfort. Even though I was quite afraid, I kept walking. The alien mothership was sending down what looked to me like mud or lava droplets, but just kind of missing humans, but as a warning that they had perfect aim if they wanted to. I walked through it and looked up and said, "Thank you. I know you are here to warn us and that you are not really wanting to harm us unless we attack first." Again, there was a warmth in my heart chakra. I kept walking and a smaller craft or object flew down a few meters in front of me. It looked like a shiny black rectangle. It flipped over and hovered just above me. It told me telepathically that it had seen my heart and knows I represent humanity, as I did not react with malice, but as I advocated for peace and coexistence, that I will be protected. I looked around at all the other humans and wondered what energy they had put out apart from our astonishment and fear. Don't worry about them, Tanya. Just do you. You are kind, and your people will find you. That's the message in the dream, people of Earth, 2023. Don't worry about them. Just do you. You are kind, and your people will find you. 1 year later, I'm surrounded by my people. And my birdie. She swished her tail, the little swishy birdie tail. I looked around at all the other... Oh, and I've read that. Sorry. Then I woke up for the 10th P last night. What are you doing? Don't bite me aggressively. You'll go in your cage if you're naughty. Yes, you will. She goes, tweet. Like butter wouldn't melt in this mouth, in this beak sometimes. So anyway, then I woke up for the 10th P last night. My poor brain and my poor bladder are quite discombobulated. Anyway, the invasion already happened, and humanity, and with humanity going insane, I refer to the 4 years ago, that event. And yes, ow! Oh, Birdie's go insane too. And yes, true hearts and minds were offered protection. Protection of critical thinking and basic human decency. And yes, courage too. I have outdanced most of my enemies. None of them come to the casino anymore, which is odd given how they harassed me for years. Did they die of or with that last illness that was afflicted on the earth? Or of adverse reactions? Or did they just finally evolve enough to realize that I will never give up my freedom or my dance? One may never know. I must say it was very nice in the last year or so that I was dancing at the live wire bar when my enemies had finally given up on fucking harassing the fuck out of me. It was so pleasurable to dance in a space where I was no longer under constant pernicious threat and could relax and actually enjoy myself. So very nice indeed. And the more I relax and enjoy myself, the more creative and wild the dance becomes. So it's a feedback loop, because then it inspires and motivates other people and they feel like dancing too. Before you know it, everyone's joyful and dancing and happy and healing themselves. So don't rain on someone else's parade out of petty envy or spite or malice or jealousy, because all you're doing is destroying your own self ultimately. Because what are you going to do when you run out of people to bloody bully and pick on? You'll have to turn it on your own self and slowly rot away in your own hateful, spawning declension of ugliness, which is what happens to narcissists and psychopaths, by the way. So there is that. Here I post a photograph of the rings that I had obviously completed in that moment in time, 2003. The bunny ring, my magic ring, and my cast, that was a spoon ring, the magic ring, that I had cast in Delft clay, and I had cast that in Delft clay and carved it out of wax. So they were like 3 different processes went into making them.